It looks like I have a cowboy hat on somehow with this headrest.
It does a little bit, yeah. Yep.
It seems like there's a pretty big window in here, right?
It sure looks that way from this view. Foreshadowing, anybody?
It looks. There's a giant window. How can I possibly not hit the ball? Close your eyes in 3, 2. Hey friends, Adam here. Welcome to part 2 in the Ultimate 10-ball match, round 1, set number 2. This is myself against Brandon View. Again, we have, it's over here. We have Trevor, my good friend from Texas. I can't.
High five.
Yeah, right. Trevor, thanks again for joining.
Absolutely.
So for those who haven't seen the first set, link is up here somewhere, probably way over where I can't see, but go watch that. Spoiler alert coming up in 3, 2, 1. I did win that first set. Started out -2, ended up 4-0, so I won 6 games in a row in 36 minutes. This is the second set. Is going to be the same format. I start at -2. There's 36 minutes on the clock. Trevor, any thoughts before we head over to the table and start this thing off?
If you play this set the way the first set went, I see good things in your future.
I hope there's good things in my future, like a pile of money just flying down from the sky.
Anybody says, you always answer anybody, what do you want? A truckload of 20s.
Yeah. I should specify, because with my luck, it would be all pennies in rolls, and they would just come down and
crush you. You just get buried by pennies, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right. So, it is alternate. I don't know if I mentioned that in the first set. It is alternate break throughout the match. I did win the first set, but Brandon broke last, so I am breaking to start out the second set. Made the 1 and the 6. I may have made the 1 here.
Definitely having good success with your break.
And from what I remember, I called push before the balls even stopped moving, much less before I grabbed my cue, because
right, yeah. There's I'm not even sure where you push to here, though, because part of the idea of a push is that you want to kind of tempt your opponent to do something.
I have a plan.
Well, that's not a bad idea. Okay. I like it.
I have a plan. There seems to be not that way. There seems to be a line to be able to hit the 2.
Yep.
My plan, and Brandon looks at it for a little bit, and he's going to end up passing it back to me. My plan is to just play the 2 up here, cue ball around the 8, and back over here somehow like that. Probably not those exact lines.
Yep. Yeah,
and
I would definitely give that back, though.
It seems like there's a pretty big window in here, right?
It sure looks that way from this view. Foreshadowing, anybody?
It looks. There's a giant window. How can I possibly not hit the ball? Close your eyes in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you made the 9 ball.
You caught both of them, and then the 2.
I mean, in my defense, if you hit one of those balls, you're almost guaranteed to hit both of them.
Yes, yeah, the angles.
Wow. So, set 1, Brandon broke off, didn't make anything. I played a questionable push. Brandon played a good shot and a safe, and then I missed. Set 2, oh boy, Brandon. I start out the same way.
Yeah.
I break, push, and then hit even a worse shot than just if I would have missed the ball together, without hitting anything. Brandon played ball in hand, followed it, and just a little too far.
Yep. Yeah, there was no reason to follow that. He could have just stopped it there and had fine angle on the 3. He was trying to get a little bit too perfect there, which, again, I say that entirely from experience because I have done this exact same thing.
The problem is this 8-ball blocks this kick. He's already tried a mass 8 kick. I don't think he can get around the 4-ball enough, so he's going straight up and down the table. I am awful at these kind of kicks.
And the 10-ball is huge doing that.
He hits it great. And
great. And is he going to hook you, or is it going to sneak out enough? I think it snuck out enough.
Snuck out enough.
Yep.
Now the issue is this 5 ball here. Assuming I can see this and assuming I can make it, I just stop it right here, but I need to get pretty close to the rail for this 5. Yeah, just stop with a little bit of a roll. Now ideally I wanted to be either...
I think you're actually on the wrong side of that line a little bit, it looks like.
Actually, this is not bad. I thought I was a little bit on the wrong side. I either wanted to be way over here or over here, I think, but I think I'm okay. I think I can draw this straight back to the rail.
Okay.
This overhead camera is a little bit DI. I had a lot more than either of us could see.
Yep.
The overhead camera is kind of a little bit fishbowl.
Must be a little bit fish-eyed, yeah.
We went over that before. Fish-eyed. Fish-eyed is the word. It's not fishbowled.
Correct. Yep. Fish-eyed lens.
Fishbowled is the old CRT screens that we used to work on in younger days.
Yes. Yeah.
Now this I want to pop off the rail, or
yeah, I don't think that's something, at least on this table, I don't know if you risk popping off the rail.
Yeah.
Being 3 diamonds away from the hole, you got to just roll that in and take what you're going to get.
And I did get a good roll. It came off quite a bit.
It did, yes. Yep.
This one is just a stun over. I stun it a little too far, but this is okay.
This is fine.
Now, it's funny. I don't know if I should admit this or not, but this pocket down here is known as the Vincent Didio Memorial Pocket.
Mm-hmm.
He had a match where he just shot horribly wrong, and he suggested that they'll call it that, and forever, that was, 2 years ago? And
forevermore,
since then, it's been called the Vincent Didio Memorial Pocket. Now, as long as I'm a scratcher, I'm fine. Yeah, no problem.
All right. Outer points positioning. Perfect.
Right. Another 5 cents a deal.
Right.
But every time I shot a ball in that pocket, I thought in my head, I won't say the words because I don't usually swear on this channel, but it's like a big F you Vincent Didio pocket.
Right.
Not to Vincent himself, but to his pocket. And it worked pretty well in this match.
The memorial of the pocket, yes.
Right.
Breaking the curse, if you will.
So I took my extension here because I didn't feel right on the shot. And it's not like I'm not comfortable on the shot. It's just something didn't feel right. And since I had the extension, why not take it?
Yep.
Take an extra couple breaths and just get up and down on the shot again and go. So I am, after one game, it is -1-0. Brandon finally made a couple balls on the break. Has a good starter on the one here, too.
It sure does.
Yeah, he made 2. But if you notice, they were both up here.
Yes. Yeah. And the 8 ball actually got kicked in by the 1 ball. It was going to hang in the pocket, and then it got bumped in by the 1.
So he's left-handed, so he has an easier reach than I would have here.
But that's really easy to get behind everything there. That's what I was just going to comment on. That is a really easy shot to end up behind the 5 and the 3 instead of on the 2.
From my chair, now I'm sitting kind of over behind you.
Yep.
Like right there. And I thought for sure he hooked himself. But he got down, you can't really see it, but he got down and massaged that really well.
He did, yes.
From the overhead view, it looks like he just put spin on it, but it was a downward massage, and he hit that really well.
3.
From here, I like drawing out to the rail, but some people play this forward, which is fine. I mean, it's kind of a matter of preference, like that.
Yep.
The problem there is if you're on the 4 ball.
Right tight on the 5.
I thought he was going to get hooked again.
You got the 4 ball down there. I thought, that's not the 8 because the 8 went on the break. Yes.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Yep.
And he hit that, chucked it in the rail, and they call that the Vincent Didio pocket, but he hit the rail somewhere out here.
Yeah, he hit the rail 2 diamonds up. That wouldn't go on anything but valley buckets, maybe.
Right. So I'm going to play this a little bit low left and play 2 rails back and forth. I like using rails on this table back and forth like this. A little extra body and cue English there.
I'd have been more tempted to play it with high left and roll it really soft off of that rail versus coming the 2 rails, because you could see I had that happen that you got a massive amount of slowdown coming into that second rail because of the spin on the cue ball, and to me that makes it harder to control the speed. You did it well, so piss on me, but whatever.
Now here I got 2 straight.
Yes.
I really wanted the angle like down here to be able to come out one rail. So I just take my medicine here, and I was able to draw a ball really well in the first set. I'm just going to draw this straight back. I don't think I'm worried about the side at all. And I just came into that really, I remember that shot feeling really good on that.
Yeah, you did that about as well as you could. This is very natural to end up at 2.5 diamonds out from the corner pocket straight in on the 10.
And if I'm like here, this shot becomes a problem because it's too bouncy, but I can just play this forward with upper right. Just kind of maybe not even hit the second rail or that. Yeah. I don't even know how much right I put on it. It was more top, more right. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably a little more right than top. Maybe a half a tip of right or something like that. Didn't need a lot. You were near enough that you can push that through the tangent line pretty easily.
And only in Ultimate Pool are we tied up at 0 after 2 games.
Right.
So it's 27 minutes left, and I'm playing them straight up, and I'm feeling really, really good.
And that makes what, 6? That's 8 games in a row now that you have taken 6 from the first.
Because the first match, I won 4-0, but I started -2. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you got to be feeling pretty good. And again, your break is absolutely deadly here.
Now here, this looks like it's just about middle pocket.
Yep.
As far as where the 2 is, and I should be able to cut it there, but I remember looking at this and feeling like it was way to the top side of the pocket, and then if I tried to cut it, it was just going to go right into this point.
Yeah.
So I call I call it here. I'm trying to just send the cue ball around the 6 ball and back behind the 8. Instead, I just hit the 6 and clip right off. And I don't even know where the 2 ball went because it looked like it hit the point. I was not trying to make it by any means. I called it an impossible shot because you better have to call someone. I mentioned this in the first thing. This is Brandon's bar, the Brookside Pub. I don't know who the people are, but big shout out to them. They were great in the chat. They were great. They did a fireball shot earlier and things like that. You also notice that I have scores over each of our jerseys here. Weird things happen in this match. And I think a lot of it had to do with, that was a great shot. He's not going to quite get there, but that was a great, he didn't have much room to do that. No. Dale started a high roller tournament on the day before this. This was played on a Sunday, whenever in October. I don't know. I don't have a calendar in front of me. One of the Sundays in early October, I think the first one. His tournament started Saturday, but he had a format that was 3 to 5 hours per match. And they streamed all day Saturday. And this was 4 or 5 p.m. or 6 or 7 or something on Sunday. And I think they were a little punch drunk. I think there might have been some alcohol involved. Now, he left me with a good safety, but I felt just like I could just kick this in because why not? Why wouldn't I be able to just kick this dead in and get perfect on the, never mind.
Oh, whoops. Well, you can kick it dead in, but do it again.
So my plan was just to kick the left side of that ball over here and have the cue ball come this way. And that way, if I miss, hopefully it comes in and comes out, or comes in and comes out that way. I never really thought I would make it. It just kind of happened. Now I don't have a shot on the 6. I'm calling it one rail here. And that was the time I felt something wrong. Because I know I looked at that for a while. I felt something wrong, so I looked back at the clock, and there was like 6 seconds left, and I quick called my extension on it. So I'm getting more used to the shot clock here. And as you've seen, I'll put a link up above to the BS League playlist. That would have been a really good shot if I didn't double kiss it.
With all the left hand, or with all the inside spin you were loading that up on, you were going to be hard pressed to miss that double kiss, but you felt like you had to load it up to get the cue ball to come around. Right,
I was trying the cue ball kind of around this way, and then the 6 would have been down here somewhere, but I still didn't leave him great.
No, you certainly didn't leave him. I mean, there probably was a return safe there, but at this point, I think Brandon was nearing I don't want to say give up stroke, but I'm certain that the frustration levels were high because he had to feel like he was just snake bit. He was just not getting good chances at the table, or when he was, it just was not going well for him.
Oh boy.
And we've all been there. I mean, we've all had the chances, like, why didn't that scratch? I'm sure he's sitting back there thinking, oh my God, why didn't that scratch?
Everyone say hi to Dale.
Hi, Dale. Yeah.
Yep, there we go. We're just as we were talking about, Dale showing off the fireball. So here I'm in a situation here because I didn't pay any attention to the cue ball and the 6 ball. And I just went, you know what? Take this, Vincent Didio pocket.
Right. Fire it up there. Why not?
And the rub on the 9, I knew I wouldn't scratch.
Yep.
But this angle is really, really bizarre. Because the natural angle for coming off this 9 is going this way. Mm-hmm. You can't really hold it there. So I know I'm going really, really, really close to the 10. And I'm just like, I'm putting a lot of follow on this because I got to beat the point here too. I'm going right into the 10 on purpose. And look at this.
Oh boy.
When things are going your way, things are going your way. And any other day of the week, I may hit the point and go backwards.
Yeah.
But I just caught enough of that point to go straight forward. And
when it is your day, it is your day.
Yeah, I mean, and talking about Brandon, he was a great sport. He said a couple times, he goes, I've had this happen to me. I've done this to people the same amount of times it's happened to me. I've been on both sides of this before. Yep. Things are about to start going goofy with the scoreboard, which is why I have the scores here. Yep. We did call Dale out to move the template, and turns out nothing was on it.
Looked like the 10 was for just
it
a
did
second.
Look like it was, and I'm always better having the ref come out than.
Better safe than sorry in that situation. That's why he's there.
But I mean, for me, and Dale agreed with this too, I'm never calling a foul on my opponent if they accidentally touch a ball with the rack trying to take their template out. That's just, I'm not going to do that. And
yeah, that's a little tacky. That's yeah. Yep. Yeah. And not to take anything away from, I mean, you are shooting top flight here as well. So it's not, like you're saying, Brandon's done it to people and had it done to him just as many times. Oof. And yeah, he's just, there seems to be something that happens when things get out of hand this far, that no matter how, if you're on the losing side of this, your body just senses, people, the pool gods know the way it's going. I don't think that's it. I mean, but it seems that way. We're
going to mess with this guy now.
Yeah. It's just like your body just senses that, and it tightens up. Everything tightens up that little bit. You may not feel it. You may think, there'll get to be a point where if you get frustrated enough, you might let go and just kind of freewheel, and then a couple things will go. But then you'll be freewheeling and a couple things will go, and you're like, oh, well, maybe I have a chance. And then you'll tighten up and miss something and just totally undo it. So this shot was interesting. Tough spot.
I've seen a lot of people try to float over and get on the 4 straight in.
Not on this table. No, 2 rail it with a bunch of spin.
2 rail with a bunch of spin and come underneath not underneath, but like that.
Yep. Yeah, this
because
table.
Because if I would have gotten a little bit slower, like in this area, then it's like just float forward for the 5 and come over for the 6. Now I got to work a little bit harder.
Yep. Yeah,
and I do remember this series of shots here.
That plays so well that the rails react so nicely on this table that shot plays. On a lot of your valley tables, your home tables and stuff, no, that shot doesn't play. But
I decided to just come out a little bit, but I came out way too far. I wanted to be off the rail, but I wanted to be like here.
Yeah.
I did not want to have this bounce all the way out here.
Now you're coming into the 10 unless you really grab at this.
Let me pause this for a second, if I can. I took my extension. There's a really cool shot where you can draw off this 10 ball.
Okay.
And have all sorts of super draw take place. And actually this shot is possible. I don't know if looking at it, I don't know if I'm going to actually hit the 10 or not, but I am trying this like warp draw. And I underhit it, but you saw how much it came off the rail.
Yep.
And now I got this goofy cut into the worst pocket on the table, bridging over the 10.
Why not?
And like you kind of said, I feel like I'm free rolling at this point because so many things have gone my way. I've won now 9 games in a row.
9 games in a row, yeah. Yeah, at this point, you got to feel like Superman. You just can't miss.
And I just
sneak on both sides of the 9 ball there and end up perfect on the 7. Yeah, you're just.
Now, granted, it is hard to get stuck behind the 9. You have to hit it perfectly just right on the back side of it. But if I would have hit the 9 there, I'd have been fine. If I would have come off this side of it, I would have come on that side of it. But instead, I went perfectly around it.
Yep.
This one I can just follow 1 to 2 rails around.
In dead punch here, that it's going to be tough to beat.
And I'm not the braggart type, but when I'm feeling good, it's just everything flows. If everyone's been there. I'm trying to harness. I'm trying to use some mental tricks, and I'll do that in a future video at one point. If anyone's heard the phrase "purple oranges," you know what I'm talking about, which you probably don't, Trevor. But
I do not know.
I'll talk about it off air here. Remind me, but trying to use, in a nutshell, and that one wasn't even hard. That wasn't even easy too. I had to stun that one over, using some low and a little bit of outside just to throw it. I'm trying to be able to recreate this situation. Everyone wants to recreate the zone.
Right. Absolutely.
In fact, there's probably,
I don't, how many books are there that
books
deal
supplements,
with
vitamins,
getting in the zone? Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna do a video on that plus some other things. But if I can try to harness this and bring it back, that's obviously what I would do. Now there on the 9 ball, I didn't get too far, but I didn't feel bad because again, I mentioned this in every one of my videos, including my shooting system video, which I'll put a link up above. I almost missed that. Mm-hmm. But if you want to get better at making the money ball, you put it about where it's racked and you hit it from all over the table, and you do that 100 million times, and then keep doing it.
Yeah. Then you,
so now I'm up 2-0. 17 minutes left. Time is not an issue yet, but I'm not making time an issue. I'm just shooting my normal game. I'm not. You saw me look up. I looked up and I said push. I wasn't even looking at the table. I'm looking down at the thing. I looked up and I said push.
Yeah, as we discussed in the first one. When you're up like this, and especially when you're flowing as much as you are and just in stroke, you don't slow yourself down to try and preserve this clock. You slow yourself down when you're grinding through it and you end up getting up 2 games. You're not grinding through anything. You're blowing through these racks at them. So this is where you just let everything flow and you play your game.
So my thought here was to push, block the bank with the 3, leave him a hit, but things haven't been going his way and he can't feel really great about this. There is a safe here, coming here, and down, but that's touchy. He hasn't really been shooting many balls, and I felt pretty good about this. He calls the 3, which as I see it now, it sits in a really big ball spot, and he nails it, but then it's just, when it's not your day, it's not your day.
Yeah. Yep. Then he gets the worst of the roll out of it. So.
And it's not like he can play, what was that, 3 hip, or is it 2 ball here? So he's essentially playing 3 rail position back for the 2 ball. There's no way you can plan that.
Right.
But still, the fact that it leads here is pretty unfair because he hit that bank really well. The 3 ball was actually sitting in a really good spot for the bank. It was a little bit off the rail, so you can hit the bank long, you can hit it short. It can still go in a lot of different ways.
Yep.
And this is where I actually started to feel bad. I'm not feeling too bad because I haven't, it's Cobra Kai, there is no mercy or something.
Right. Something. Yeah. This is a shot that I love. I have learned to love this kind of a shot as a result of training it consistently because it comes up so often. Yep.
And kind of like that.
Yep. Yeah, these
hit
kinds of
100 miles
shots.
an hour and just have it go.
Yep, these kinds of shots where you're within a diamond of the rail and cutting it 2 or 2.5 diamonds down the rail. and want to go back and forth with the cue ball. They come up so often, and your ability to control the direction of the cue ball off of that shot, whether you want to go straight across or 2 diamonds back or 2 diamonds down. I mean, you have such a wide range. It's a good positional shot as well. So get comfortable with it, folks.
Let's say the ball was here. I actually thought I was getting leave on the 5. I got caught by the 4 ball again, thinking it was the 8. But let's say the 2 ball was here. I actually like going here, 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 and out on the really especially if it's a really bouncy table, because I have such an extreme cut, and you can really let your stroke out there. Another video I'm going to do is the effect on speed on cut shots, both with I did it again. I thought something was wrong, and I look back, and sure enough, I have 5 seconds left on the clock or whatever it was, and I call my extension. So my 30-second brain is working pretty well today.
Yeah, absolutely. You're just internal clock there. Yep.
And it wasn't like I was counting. It's just I felt something was wrong. That was interesting. I usually warp draw those to the rail and out.
Yep. Instead, you just a nice flowy. And the 6 looks like it goes by the 7, so you're in great shape to just draw this back, straight back if you got that angle. Yep. Yep.
I don't think I bounced it off the rail. No. Actually got more out of that. Oh, it hit something there. Do you see that?
Yep. And this same thing, you just kind of soft stun, I guess, if you will, to preserve an angle for the 7.
I'm purposely going into the 9, both to stop the cue ball on the 7 and to free the 9 out of this 10.
Okay.
And oh boy,
okay,
almost got in a lot of trouble there.
yeah. I was gonna say that's a scary piece, because you can do just that. You end up behind the 9 in a couple of spots there, but you come out perfect. Yeah, you just roll this to the rail.
When the 9 is half the distance as it was, it's a super easy shot. When it's where it was, it's asking a lot to go over there. And I should have done what you said and just basically a stop shot. I didn't want to bridge over the 10. I didn't want to have to worry about coming over here on the 9, because the 9 was blocked by the 10.
Right.
Yep. Here's how you can tell I'm really feeling good, because this looks like a stop shot.
Yep.
Instead I come out, it was like a stun with straight left.
Yep. That's a shot that the pros play a lot more than an amateur. An amateur will just stop shot that and shoot it to the long pocket, and the pros will come around stun like that quite a bit more.
A giant disclaimer on the screen: I am not a pro.
No, but you are playing very similar to one so far.
So here's where the scoreboard goes kind of goofy, and I want to just say something here real quick. I'm going to pause this. Brandon scratched on the break, unfortunately. If you look at the scores down here, after that game where it should have been 3-0, now all of a sudden Brandon's 2-2. And a couple people messaged me and asked me what happened, because they didn't watch the sound.
Oh, yeah.
And Dale, every time the game was over, he would be like, give Brandon one more point. Give Brandon one more point. Give Brandon another point. Now, there are certain people that I've played in my life, and I'm sure there are others that I haven't played, that would take offense to this kind of thing and would have a big problem with what Dale was doing. Fortunately, Brandon was not one of those people. Brandon was super cool, super laid back. He was laughing at some of the stuff that had happened. He'd be like, "Oh, scratching the break. Yeah, seems about right." I mean, we had good camaraderie on the table, and I think we would have even if the match was the other way and I was losing this way. But I just wanted to kind of point that out, that although it does seem like they're picking on Brandon, there's a lot of razzing going on in these matches, but they're razzing me way more than they are Brandon at this point.
Yes.
I do hate the thought that they almost are acting like the match is over at this point with 12 minutes left. I've seen these matches go other ways, which is another reason why I don't slow down, and I just decided to play my normal flow and not my normal game, because I've seen what can happen in these.
Yeah, 12 minutes is enough to make up 3 games. Absolutely.
And he can make the last 10 ball with a second left on the clock, and it's tied at 3-3, and then we're guaranteed to go into a third set.
Yep.
So I'm not gonna take all my time, but I'm not gonna one stroke everything. I'm taking my time looking to see what goes where. I know I have 45 seconds off the break, which should reset any second now, or not, or maybe it did, and I just talked through it. But I can play. I'm looking at playing this 2 off the 3 after this.
Yep.
I don't know if I tried to go into the 2 there. It almost looks like I tried to hit the 2.
It kind of did, but that would seem like asking a lot coming at the 2 from that angle, because you don't have enough to. I mean, it doesn't go past the 8. It doesn't go past the 3.
Right.
So you would have had to get somehow to get it past the 7 or something. So
that worked okay.
Yeah, I think you just were, showing off that your command of cue ball positioning is so good that you can land that close to the 2 and not hit it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm gonna cut that part out of this video. But I mean, look at this table now. It's
tic-tac-toe. Yeah.
Nick Karachi over here in the corner.
Yep. Here
ended
Dale's
up taking second in that tournament. Yep. Dale ended up taking last in the camera work.
Yeah, messing with Tara again here. So,
yeah.
If I remember correctly.
So I made the 4. Now I could stop the 5. I could bring it back a little bit. I could go forward off a rail. I don't know if I have that angle though. Yeah. I'm just kind of looking at what I need in the 7. Off the 7, I can, if I'm out here, I can just kind of go back. If I'm kind of where the 5 ball is, I can come 2 rails and out. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of ways to get around.
Or I could get straight in.
You get straight in and yeah, yep.
But even so, I mean, the issue is that the 9 I should never play for the 9 here.
You shouldn't.
So I need to get an angle kind of where the cue ball is or over on the 8 to either play the 9 in this corner or that corner. So I took my extension here just because I know this is a little touchy. And I mean, I am looking at the clock. I am knowing what's on the clock and what's going on.
Yeah, understanding the clock management piece of it here. The
so
match
I'm playing this
management.
Right inside, or right top, inside top.
Yep.
of 2 rails out because I want that bigger angle.
Yep. Yeah, because it makes it easier. You can just roll this shot versus having to punch something into these corner pockets that like to bobble balls that way.
So let's talk about that.
Okay.
I find if I roll this shot in, obviously the 8's going here anytime. If I roll it in, it's really easy to get here.
Yep.
Or here. Both of which are opposite angle. Ideally you'd want to be right here. You want to be basically straight in on the 9.
Dead straight. Yep.
If you play it coming back, granted, you have to watch out for the side pocket. But then if you land here, it's about the worst you can land, because if you're here, you still have an easy shot. I mean, maybe not this far one, but from here, you still have an easy shot on the 9. You can just come 1 rail and over. Somebody when I was young taught me never, and there's never a never in pool, but never leave yourself on the other side of the side pocket. Now, granted, we were playing on 9-foot tables where you have a lot more room to maneuver.
It'd be different. Yep.
But I've kind of taken that to heart, and there are times I'll do it. And if I'm not feeling well.
Here on a 9-footer, I definitely wouldn't go short side. The only reason I would consider short side here is because it is a 7-foot table. On a 9-footer, I would draw it back like that for sure. On a 7-footer, I almost would have put a bunch of inside on that and come to the short rail and out on the 9, because that preserves a better angle more often versus coming straight across.
And that's, I mean, I would say it's gone down over the years, but I mean, before I got back in the pool in 2020, when I look back, and it was May of 2020 that I got my table. So somehow right in the middle of COVID, I got a brand new pool table. Well, it was a used table, but I had played probably 90% of my games on 8 or 9-foot tables and very few on 7s. Now that's all there is 7-foot tables. So now it's 3-2 Brandon on the official score, but it's really 4-0 me.
Yep. And again, for anybody who's paying attention to the break, somebody is having a whole lot of success with it.
So what I recommend, if you're going to draw me in the next round of this tournament, is don't pay attention to anything I've done on the break here.
Absolutely. No,
not going to help you at all.
Turn it off now. That we appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Exactly. You should probably break with the cue ball, like right frozen to the rail here, and just hit into the head ball. Lightest stroke you can do, and that's probably most.
Yes. Yeah. Just a nice little safety break, or put it right on the rail at the second diamond, and cut the one ball backwards. That works too.
I think the issue on this break is that, with the rules, it's a 3-point rule past the mid table. So you either have to get 3 balls past the midpoint, or 1 ball made and 2 balls past. That kind of rule. So you can't do a safety break. I haven't seen one yet, so I don't think it's. What am I doing here?
This is an indicator.
I'm missing.
Okay. Yep.
But look at this. I actually apologized to Brandon after this. Because, of all the places I could get, the one place he can't hit the 3. It's just. This is when you know things are rolling your way.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, granted, the 2 or the 2 to the 3 to the 5 was always going to be tough. I thought he made that. When he first shot it, I thought he made it.
Yes.
But again, this side pocket has bit us how many times now?
At least 4, I want to say now that I'm thinking of.
So I have no shot here. Do not want to go with the combo. I could play around. I'm up 4-0 with 6 minutes left. The match is essentially over. But I'm still shooting my shot. I'm shooting my system. I'm shooting the way I shoot.
Yep.
That one was pretty brutal.
That was rough. Yep.
Because the 7, and that's exactly what I tried. The first one, my shot on the 3 was obvious miss and just luck. This is exactly what I tried because I knew the 7 was going to cut off some of this.
Yep. 7 cuts off the angles. You open the rack up, so now when you get hopefully ball in hand after this, you have made the run out easier. And even if he hits it, he did really well to hit it there. Oh my God, did he leave you that? Do you have that? That's gross if you have that.
I remember looking back, and he's like, I look back at him, he goes, did I leave it? I'm like, yeah. He goes, that seems about right. In these, especially based on what happened in the first set, one of the first racks or whatever, I just hit it to hit the ball, and I actually hit too much of it.
Yeah, you overcooked it. You overcut it, or hit it too thick, rather.
Yeah, so I didn't really aim to make it. I aimed between these 2 balls.
Yep.
To make sure that I didn't hit one of them. So I probably had enough to make it, but it was close. But, left-handed, he's jacked up over the ball here. I was
going to say, yeah, that's a tough bridge left-handed.
And I never think about those sort of things. I played with my friend Taka, Scotch doubles, and he's left-handed. And I never even thought of it until we got out to the table. I'm like, oh, crap, you're left-handed. All the leaves are backwards.
Yes, yep.
Like, I made my shot. I don't know what you're going to
do. Typical Scotch partner. I made my shot. Oh, that ended up well.
I'm terrible at Scotch.
You got a roll there, and he needed it. So.
Yep. And he's looking good. He's going to get his first game.
Yep, good.
This one you can play just to float it. I would play it up and back, like this, but I don't want. Oh, jeez.
Oh no! I say on this table with the bouncy rails, you play that up and back. Yep.
Now here's a mistake. I've made a couple, but I should play this here and go and down.
Yeah. Yep.
Instead, I just decided to play like a stop shot and just fire it right into the rail.
Yep, you got a little bit full of yourself there and thought, I can take that up the table.
It was almost straight. I had to draw back a little bit, but yeah, there's no reason why I shouldn't have played that. I think that side pocket was in my head a little bit.
Could very well be.
And this is not going to sit good. It's not terrible.
It's not terrible. It could have turned out a lot worse. It was certainly not needed to get there. Oh, he overcut it. No.
The problem with going at that cut is if you miss, this happens.
Yep. And he one stroke that, so he's also not putting a lot of time into it either.
And I could take my extension here and waste down to 2.5 minutes, but at this point, like I said, I'm just shooting my game. Yep. Matches, it's 5-0 or 3-3, depending on how you look at it. And I thought he was going to scratch.
Ugh.
He made one though.
He made one, and it looks like he can see the one there, I would say.
I think so, yeah.
and a sniff of inside should bring him around for the 2.
Get off that.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, good shot.
Yes,
I thought he was going to hit the 3. I think now we made the comment about the 1 stroke. I think now he's stuck. He knows he has to play fast.
Yep.
But he probably is super uncomfortable playing fast, which everyone is, I think. Yeah. And just, I can't believe he almost made that.
There's that Vincent Didio guy.
Yep. So here, I'm going to pause this one more time. So here, this is a really interesting position because the 4 is going into here. Mm-hmm. The cue ball naturally is coming out this way. I really don't want to shoot from...
Yeah, you don't want the 5 ball from there, really.
But if I draw it and I cut the angle off, this 8 ball is just giant.
Yeah, the 8 ball's huge.
I don't think I can go here and back and cut this angle off anymore. I could extend it out with some outside and go all the way down here.
I would almost think about opening that up and going below the 5.
Instead, I'm up 5-0 with 2 minutes left. I feel like I can't miss anything. Where's the easiest way to draw back to get on the 5? It's a bank. So I'm banking the 4, but then, and I call my extension because I realized I wasted too much time thinking about this whole thing. Remember how I said the rails are more bouncy than most Diamond 7-foots, as you know. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I do the same thing I'm worried about. I get myself right behind the 8 ball.
Absolutely, just ripped it into the rail and right back out in line with the 8 ball.
Because I needed to draw back, because otherwise it would have been in line with the 8 if I stopped it. But
Yep.
So I call this 1 rail. I almost make it.
You almost did, and you're going to leave him safe.
I mean, he can hit the ball, but what do you do?
He's got to look at it. Well, I mean, this is not a bad safe. You thin clip it off of, like just short or just long of the first diamond and let it roll to the center of the table, and you send the cue ball up table.
Or you hit it 100 miles an hour and go for it, but
you fire at the bank.
Always good. I mean, there's only a minute left, so he knows this match is over. I know this match is over.
Yeah, yep.
And there's the last hook of the night.
Yeah.
So he calls the kick in the side and almost makes it. Just, so here I am. I could just walk away. We could just shake hands. The match is over. But I'm kind of feeling like, okay.
Why not? Just one more time for Vincent Didio.
Now, Dale runs out here and he goes, I bet you can't run out. And he tries to grab the 9 ball. So in 12 seconds, I actually do get out. So it is 6-0.
Good shooting, Adam.
Thank
really
you.
Well shooting. That is between these 2 sets, quite possibly the best shooting I've seen on this table.
I do have, I've done a couple short videos that have helped the channel quite a bit. And my shooting system video has got 3,500 views in about 4 days, which my normal videos are getting 70 or 80 views, which that was amazing. So I'd hope everyone who's watching this would subscribe and like and share and all that kind of stuff. Check out the shooting system video, which I know I mentioned it before and I put a link to it. The link is also in the description. I'm going to leave that in the description for a while. It's
worth it, folks. Anybody having watched it, anybody from beginner up to the high intermediate, it is information that is valuable to every skill level. It goes through some of what I have learned from the coaching that I've had, and Adam has obviously learned from his coaching is the overlooked but probably more important pieces of putting together a consistent pool game.
Yep. I did some little weird little voiceover things in the beginning, and one of them that I'm trying to say is that are you consistently running out 5 or 6 balls but can't finish a run out? 8 ball specifically. I used to joke that I could always run out 6 balls, but in 8, 9, and 10 ball, it didn't help. Because, you run out, unless you're making 4 or 5 balls on the break, running 6 balls doesn't really help. And most of it is not pattern play. Most of it's not choking in the 8 ball. Most of it is not. The answer really is you don't have a consistent shooting system. You can't do the same thing every time. You can't replicate it every time. And I go through what works for me, and hopefully it works for you. I do have one more thing to say before we leave.
Okay.
Sam, I left this in specifically just for you.
Oh, Sam, you should feel special.
You should feel special.
Yes.
So until next time, we'll see you later, everybody. Trevor, thank you very much again.
You bet.
And we'll look to see what comes up in the next video soon. I think I want to do something with 9 ball the similar way I did with 8 ball recently, which check that link above. Anyway, we'll see you later. Have a good one.
Well, good night, folks.